Your character's, he's probably the most likeable character in this film, really,
Oh,
isn't
that's
he?
nice. Yeah, he is. Well, he is. I think in the book he's certainly much loved.
Mm-hmm.
I think he does his job well, and he gives people a lot of leeway, and he's very forgiving, and he's very understanding. Rosalie Ham in the book talks about him going to the pub at a certain time. It's past closing time, and he knows that as long as the doors are shut and everyone's sort of it's not officially open, he allows them to stay in there after hours. So he, because he's got his own secrets that he's probably pretty sure most of the town do know. I suppose they've all got something on each other, but providing you don't tread too much on people's toes, then they'll leave you alone.
Your CV seems to be dominated, or seem to be dominated, by villains or damaged kind of characters, whereas he is quite a likeable character, but he is still haunted. There is a bit of damage there. Is that important to you? Is that something you look for in a role?
Complexity, I suppose, yeah. And that often means some damage of some sort, I suppose. Yeah, there's a certain amount of guilt in Farrad. It's been buried for some time because Tilly, Kate's character, has been away for some time. So when she comes back in town, I think he's genuinely excited to see this couturier arrive with...
Absolutely.
And he's thrilled because it's like, well, another dressmaker, and it's me, we can be friends. But at the same time, there's quite a lot of trepidation because it might mean he's got his own particular secret will be unearthed, and he does feel guilt for what he's done to her as a young girl, and therefore what he's done to Molly as well. So he needs to atone in some way to both Molly and Tilly.
You talked about the way that Rosalie Ham writes him in the book. I mean, did you go back to the book after reading the script? Did you spend much time with the book?
Yeah,
I
did.
Him?
Went back to the book. Loved the book. Very funny, and he's a fabulous wealth of information in there for an actor. Some of it is not in the film script, so you can't really go there. There were all sorts of ideas I had. I wanted to do. We just couldn't do them.
Really? What were some of the ideas you brought in?
Just seeing him. There's a scene of him in his bath with cucumbers on his eyes, and there were things like that. I thought, are there any other private moments where we can see him? But there weren't. I mean, there's so many characters in this story. Those private moments were few and far between. So there's a lot of wonderful Rosalie Ham ideas there, which would look, they just they're there, and so maybe you don't. Maybe just knowing that they're there, that might come across to an audience.
One of the things I love about The Dressmaker is it's so much fun. It's got a savage kind of sense of humour. It's quite black, and there's a real emotional heft to it. But it's a fun film, and you come out of it and you enjoy it. Do you think that's the sort of film we should be making more?
I wouldn't be prescriptive about what sort of film we should try and make. We tend to go on like 2 or 3 year cycles. So we need to make really quirky comedies, and then so we need to make really serious, hard-biting sort of films about people on the edge in the city. And okay, now we need to make historical dramas, and so you tend to kind of go through that. But whenever people get a bit prescriptive about the sort of films we should or shouldn't be making, I think we're in trouble. There was a bit of a backlash against inner city drug addicted, films there for a while. But look, I think they're all valid as long as they're good. There are so many great stories and film styles and filmmakers out there. You can't say this is what we should or shouldn't be doing.
Hugo, thank you. Pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.